Hello everybody and welcome back to another One Piece Burning Blood video. My name is Silvokiji, and this is TheZoneGamingGo. Today we're going to be talking about Sabo, one of the characters from One Piece Burning Blood. About Sabo, he's a speed type character, 3,000 points, Haki, Delfru, Logia based character. He's a pretty rushdown heavy character. I can honestly say he's more of an all-rounder. He is incredibly rushed down. I'm not gonna lie about it. He can keep your opponent in check for a very long time. Very difficult to go up against, especially because he has high-powered combos, as well as very difficult, moves to kind of work around. And he's very mobile as a character as well. So we're gonna kind of get into the moveset and the combos for the character, and we'll kind of see what we can do. And enjoy. Remember, the character guide videos are supposed to be made to basically inform you about certain characters, not meant to actually tell you how to play as a certain character, but just kind of give information about if you want to learn to play the character more further and, increase your skill level. Moving on. So, basic combo is going to be 5 hits, ending in Dragon's Claw. Dragon's Claw is Haki imbued, so if your opponent does use a Logia-based move, it will break. Okay, so for the remainder of this entire video, I'm going to be referring to some of the moves in like A1, A2. That stands for Basic Attack 1, Basic Attack 2. So hopefully you can follow along for that. Okay, so for A1, basically Sabo can do everything. Okay, so he can use his Dragon Claw in the combo here. He can use his Flame Fist special in the combo. He can use his Guard Break, Ranged Attack, Unity 1, and Unity 2. Now, think about all these that none of them will work. All these moves that he can do in this A1 will drop pathetically because they never know that change. So when you go into A2, that's when you can do literally possibly everything that he possibly can dream for. So when you do A2, you can go 1-2 and then hit one Dragon's Claw to do a combo, or you can do 2-2 and do the Flame Fist. Now in order to do it with the Flame Fist, you have to actually press the R1. You have to actually press the R1 ability here. I keep messing it up. 1-2. And there you go, you got the Flame Fist combo here. And you can do the guard break and the Ranged Attack, but they will not actually be true combo strings. As you can see from the example here, they're not combo strings at all. Basically similar to his A1. So you can do his unique 1 though. So you can go 1-2 and do a full unique combo there. Or you can go 1-2 and do his backflip here. Now after A2, you can no longer use his unique 1 and unique 2 in the form of a combo. Those moves are completely gone, because in A3, which is actually happened after this, after he swings that pipe, everything is super slow. It can still be used afterwards, but it will not chain. And the only moves that you can really do afterwards is his Dragon's Claw, his Flame Fist, and his Ranged Attack and Guard Break, but they will not chain with A3. Now with A4, that's when we can actually kick it back up again, and now we can do A4 combos here with the Dragon's Claw and with the Flame Fist, but you have to press the R1 to actually get the Flame Fist combo here. Big damage. And then you have, of course, the Guard Break and the Ranged Attack. So the thing about the Guard Break and the Ranged Attack, is that they're basically mixed up tools. They're not generally supposed to be used all the time, but they're just used to surprise your opponent, and that's kind of where we're going to look at it. Now, A5 has nothing, because it's just most characters have nothing after on their last hit in the basic combo anyway. So for his Ranged Attack here, is mostly used as a switch up tool. Is a very slow pipe swing. Look at the distance on this range move. Look at that. He almost hit him. From this distance, I can hit him with that pipe, and I can do a good switch out, which can be moving on to a unity chain with another character. Now the thing about the pipe is that this move should never be abused because how slow it actually is. Now indeed, it does have a fast, end part, but at the beginning you got all that wavelength to hit your opponent, or your opponent to hit you. Now in a combo, the move itself does a little bit more variety here. I mean, when he does actually do this, he's able to use his Dragon Claw right afterwards, so you can start a combo that way. Or you can actually go for this and here and use Flame Fist. And the thing about his Ranged Attack is that, due to the fact it doesn't chain at all anyway when he does any of his moves, you can use it during A1 through 4 and use it as a surprise tool and get a further combo, meaning further damage on your opponent. So of course you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, not going to expect it, let's just do this, convert, and there we go. We just did about 60% damage to your opponent. Of course it's not a chain, but if they don't expect it, they're going to get mixed up from it. Now for his jump attack and jump unique, the first move, jump attack, is a more of a cross-up tool, unlike certain characters like Smoker for example, that this move is an excellent when it comes to jumping over your opponent, because you can press it super early and then Sabo will actually still fix himself to hit the person in the back, giving you an opportunity to do more damage. And because it does a high stagger, you can switch another character in, like Conqueror's Haki based character, start another combo, and with Sabo keep on coming in over and over and over again. It should be noted that Sabo is more for actually starting unity chains and dealing damage rather than actually ending them himself. I mean, I know it'd be tempting to end with a Flame Fist at the end of unity chain combos, but, you know, all in all, it feels more like Sabo's supposed to be the initiator rather than the, you know, the cleaner-upper. Okay, so moving on to his jump unique. When he does his jump unique, it's more of a basically flinch. It's kind of like a poke too. It's like a little poke. As you can see, the range on Sabo is pretty good. Let me just kind of, I think it's, no, it's not a poke, it's a slash. It's so weird. It's so fast. You can't even tell, but look how fast it is. I mean, compared to this, who's kind of easy to see, if you just come up and hit them in the back when they have no HP, like, you know, like 20%, that's a good hit. That's a really good hit, actually. And it's excellent for switch out tools. Both jump attacks are very good for switching out, just getting out your opponent out here, kind of mixing your opponent up, or you can just go for some autos or something like that to hit them, and they're expecting to switch out. Mixing up your opponent is the name of the game when playing a Sabo, in my opinion. Moving on to his guard break here. So his first guard break, or his non-combo guard break, is a weird shaped kick. I mean, not kick, but pipe swing. The move itself does multiple guard breaks, and it is a pretty decent range. As you can see, so Sabo actually kind of walks a little bit forward or steps forward when he does it. Now, the thing about it is that this move has no combo ability at all whatsoever. As you can see, I'm even trying to press buttons here just so demonstration that he can't do nothing afterwards. So it's mainly used as a switch out tool. Now, for his heavy guard, not heavy guard break, I'm sorry, for his guard break and his combo, this is when it actually becomes a little bit more useful. If you press the R1 while using Flame Fist, you can actually cause the little combo there. Or if you actually do this, oh, my mistake, I forgot to tell you, you can actually perform this and actually go for a unique, kind of hit him a little bit, but I mean, there's no really point. I mean, if you don't have any ability, I guess that's the only reason you would do this, and if they're low on HP or something like that, so I guess it's not all that bad. Or you can just do this and just kind of step back or something like that for his down unique. Now, for his other disability is his Dragon's Claw. Now, the thing about Dragon's Claw is that if I was to hit this here, you know, that's all fine and dandy, but because it's on the ground, I will jump over them. That's because Dragon's Claw pinpoints where you are when it actually gets sent, and it doesn't actually follow. So characters with evasive tactics like Sabo, not Sabo, yeah, well, yeah, like Sabo, and like Koala will actually avoid me completely. It will just not work. So moving on to his heavy guard break. So his heavy guard break is pretty decent. Like, it's a good range to it as well. Kind of do the step up, knocks the person in the air, and yes, it can be comboed with Flame Fist. Of course, you have to use Flame Fist as the R1. You have to actually like press it. You can't just simply press the Flame Fist by itself because it will not hit. And you can actually start a unity that way. So let's just gonna demonstrate that right here. Just gonna go heavy guard break into the full power Flame Fist into the unity, and there you go. Look at that beautiful damage. Now, take in mind that you don't have to use as much Logia that I did use, but because you were going to end with a unity chain anyway, it was one of those things that you're going to get barred when you switch out anyway. That's kind of the whole fact. Like, if you lose your Logia when you're like, you know, exhausted or something, switch out to another character, wait, give them a time to breathe, come back in, you're fine. In a 1v1, you might want to be a little bit careful though. Now, the thing about his heavy guard break is that one swing is usually undetectable. Most people don't really, you know, can't hit, or most characters can't actually hit you out of it because the Logia kind of blocks it. So you can pretty much get away with this a lot if the character doesn't have hockey. Just doing it in their face, holding that Logia button. Okay, so we're going to talk about his unique buttons now. So his unique one and unique, oh wait, running attack. Running attack is this little, you know, slide. It's a pretty decent slide. Like, I can start right here. I'm going to start in one of those squares and kind of see how far I go. Just gonna go back here. Decent. That is decent. That range is godlike. And of course, it can be comboed with Flame Fist. Now, the distance usually matters a lot when you're doing this, but most of the time you're gonna have to press the R1 to get the extra Flame Fist proc, but you can do it any other way. You can also combo this with your Dragon's Claw, but think about the Dragon's Claw as well. If you're in the air, if your Dragon's Claw hits an airborne person, they will just drop on the ground. You can't combo Flame Fist afterwards. Okay, so Unique 1 has 3 inputs. So you can see it, 1, 2, 3. Will end when they slide. Basically, everything that we talked about with the slide before, you can do the same thing with this move. But in this move, you can actually stop mid on the second hit and go for Dragon's Claw, or mid on the second hit and go for a Flame Fist. Now for his Unique 2, or down unique, has 2 inputs. So the first input is a kick, which is similar to his jumping attack, or jumping attack. And then after that, it becomes a slide, which of course, everything that we talked about before, you can do again. Now the cool thing about the slide as well is that you can actually slide and go 1, 2. Oh, that is a lie. That is a freaking lie. I don't know why I told you that. Come on. Just, this is my last chance. Okay, I'm done. I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you soon. I'll show you another video. So moving on to his special attacks here. No, first flash counter. So his flash counter right here is this. Now, I'm not sure if you can actually combo into Flame Fist after this flash counter. I'm pretty sure you can after the flash counter variation. If I'm wrong, correct me, because I think you can. I'm not exactly sure. I think you can flash counter after this variation. Now, please do not say I'm wrong, but don't know the actual answer. Okay, so for his Unity combo too, we'll talk about that after we get done with special attacks here. So Dragon's Claw is his first special attack. Dragon's Claw is a Hawking Beat duo as at 4. When you do Dragon's Claw, you can actually do Flame Fist afterwards. It was misconcepted at the beginning that we thought you actually had to press the R1 to actually for this move to connect. That is not exactly true. You can just do it regularly. Now, as you can see, the Flame Fist in the air is a lot more weaker than the Flame Fist on the ground, but there's advantages to actually doing this. For one, you have an Hawking Imbued move. That's awesome. That's the coolest thing ever. I mean, like, why would you not like a Hawking Imbued move? So it's a good trick up. Like, you catch your opponent, good Flame Fist, hallelujah. Now, if you don't have if they don't have Logia, then of course you can just always use Flame Fist, which is the more powerful variation, and of course can be, you know, enhanced to make it faster when you press R1. I know I'm skipping the R1 phase, but that's pretty much all I can really think of. So Flame Fist is the bread and butter of all of Sabo's moves. As he mentioned before, you can go 1-2 into Flame Fist to start a little combo there, or 1-2-3-4, and then you combo here. It's just it's also the B&B of his ultimate 100% death combo as well that he can actually do, and we'll get to that when we get to the end of the video. Okay, so for his last special, Dragon's Breath, this move is weird. So it has a proximity. So the first proximity is the outer layer, I like to call it, and that's where it actually does the knock up. Now, the first proximity, the closest variation, knocks you on the ground, and of course, you can be comboed by Flame Fist. You can make him ride the Flame Fist. So let him ride it. Just do this. Let me do a Slayer variation. Oh, okay, let's try this again. Okay, walk back. Now I'm going to do it. Okay, let him ride it. And that's how you get people to ride the Flame Fist. Of course, you can, some cases, hit them directly in the Flame Fist. So if you get hit by the beginning of the Flame Fist, like the very front of it, you take more damage than you actually like landing on it. So just a reminder, everybody, you actually take more damage from that. If I'm wrong, like I said, put in the comments. If I'm not, just leave it alone. Okay, so B&Bs. Alright, for his unities. So when he actually comes in, the one thing I've kind of figured out, I don't really know if he has another one, is 1-2 into the Flame Fist combo here like that, knock him out. The thing about that is that it's such a very quick combo of uni that it allows you to do a secondary unit chain afterwards. It's a very good 70% or whatever like that, just to kind of get your opponent out of the way. So that's something that's quick, simple, quick, and very easy. Now, if the character is a Logia-based character, and you don't have access to Dragon's Claw while you're doing this Unity, by the way. So if you're actually going to rely on it, you can't even do it because, like I said, if they're on the ground, like slightly on the ground or in the air, you're going to drop it. And that's just where that combo comes in. So you probably want to do a full-on Unity. Now, if you're wondering, hey, can I do the full variation? Can I do the 4 hits and then go with the Flame Fist? Well, let me show you what happens. 1-2. Oh my goodness, I'm just messing up here. Usually I have a rule of 3. If I mess it 3 times, I'm not gonna do it no more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it drops. So just to give you guys a signature about that. So special ability. Logia. As we mentioned before, when you go into Logia mode, you have Logia Guard, and you have access to Flame Fist. You also have access to Hockey. One of the main weaknesses that Sabo actually has in this, or as a character, is because he's also a Devil Fruit character. If he manages to get his Devil Fruit taken away, he will no longer have access to Hockey. Now, not having Hockey is not really all that bad, but he doesn't have access to his Flame Fist Interrupter, which means he has to rely on his Dragon Claw. But if he doesn't have access to his Flame Fist Interrupter, he doesn't have access to his ability, he can't do his Flame Fist after that. So basically, if he doesn't have an ability, a huge chunk of his damage potential is completely gone. Like, sure, he can still do A1 to 4 and go to a Flame Fist, but that's it. That's like an auto combo. That's like an auto combo with extra damage. That's basically all it is. So without Flame Fist, which is the only Devil Fruit move he has in his arsenal, nothing really is going to come out. Okay, so moving on basically to his, other I want to talk about something variation wise. So if you're wondering why would I do the 4-hit Flame Fist and the Dragon's Claw, basically almost same amount of damage, right? Well, it's because if you actually do the Flame Fist variation instead of Dragon's Claw does more hits, therefore can drop easier when you do Unity Chains. Depending on what character you have. If you have a 1-hit character, it's fine. If you have a combo character, you might have to think about that depending on what character you're bringing in. Because if you do too many hits, the character's going to drop. Okay, That was that. So moving on to his ultimates here. So his ultimate move, when he actually goes to his awakening, nothing really changes about the character. He simply just gets an increased power. Flame Fist becomes more godlike, and he actually charges up forward with this ultimate. Does some decent damage, like all of them do. And this is also the foundation of Sabo's 100% combo. So let's do the 100% combo and see what we can make out. So doing the 100% combo with Sabo is easy. All you gotta do is go to your awakening. Hopefully the opponent is at a wall. Okay, and then just do A1 through A4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Flame Fist and ult. Flame Fist is so godlike when he goes to his awakening. It's just, you know, you can actually just go for a unity chain, if I'm not mistaken, and this will work. But you can just do this if you're by yourself. So if you're by yourself with Sabo and he goes to his awakening, never go ever to a wall, because he can kill you just like that. 100% for Sabo with his ultimate. There's multiple characters that can do 100% combos with buffs, but Sabo can get one without buff due to the fact his Flame Fist, like I said, becomes godlike when he has increased damage due to the awakening. Okay guys, that's pretty much it all I can name for Sabo. I think I talked about mostly everything I could about the character in terms of like what he can do and what he has access to. If you have any more information about what the other characters you want to see, I'll do those characters as well. But this is just a rework of the original Sabo. I think this is a whole lot better. I like this a whole lot better. And I think Smoker is next, actually. Oh well, in the meantime guys, hope you guys enjoy the Zone Gaming Go videos and keep on playing One Piece Burning Blood.